adults in Omaha are stepping into political leadership.
Then how Nebraska patients are still waiting as delays stall access to cannabis.
Later, we'll look into the mindset of the Omaha Beef and the fans behind them heading into this season.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
Good afternoon, I'm Elise Gaines.
And I'm Joe Sutton.
President Trump and the White House are defending the U.S. and allied strikes against Iran as necessary to counter what they describe as growing missile and nuclear threats.
The U.S. and allied strikes have sparked protests and heated debate in Washington about the legal basis and scope of the military campaign.
Congressional debates continue over war powers and the administration's justification for military action.
Young adults in Omaha are stepping into political leadership on both sides of the aisle. From a new city initiative to student-led organizations, local youth are finding new ways to make their voices heard. Olivia MacArthur has the story.
Young people in Omaha are becoming involved in politics, and city leaders are finding ways to work directly with youth perspectives. The City of Omaha recently announced a new Youth Advisory Council designed to give high school students hands-on experience gaining knowledge on the political system while engaging in governmental leadership. On both sides of the political spectrum, young adults are taking action to gain knowledge and experience by stepping into leadership positions. 2 University of Nebraska-Omaha students took initiative to establish an organization within their prospective political beliefs. At the college level, students are creating opportunities of their own. When their preferred political organizations didn't exist on campus, both Turning Point UNO President Jace Molly and Maverick Young Democrats President Cale Johnson created their own.
I think people are interested to hear from people who are knowledgeable on the topics that they're interested about, especially in politics.
Being educated on local and national politics is important for all people involved. Johnson tries to inspire youth to be confident in taking their place at the table.
It doesn't matter what people think of you. You're never going to make everyone happy, but as long as you stay true to yourself, fight for what you believe in, I think that'll get you far and you're going to bring a lot of people with you.
Young adults are taking action, not just to talk about politics, but to shape what leadership looks like for their generation. With the Omaha News, I'm Olivia MacArthur.
The Mayor's Youth Advisory Council will include up to 50 high school juniors and seniors from within the Omaha Metro. Applications are open now until April 1st.
Tension is growing between state lawmakers and local advocates over medical marijuana. While officials ask for patience as the program is implemented, Nebraskans are left wondering how much longer they'll have to wait for treatment. Reporter Rhett Yeoman has the story.
Nebraskans voted to approve medical cannabis by a 70% margin in 2024, but 14 months later, no operational in-state dispensary system has been implemented, meaning that Nebraskans still have no legal way to actually obtain the medication. Ongoing delays in implementation paired with pending state regulatory developments raises concerns for Nebraskan patients seeking the medication to treat various debilitating health conditions. Springfield resident Leah Post lives with complex regional pain syndrome, a chronic neurological condition that has been given the macabre nickname the suicide disease.
I had pain that felt like electric snakes.
Unable to get a cannabis recommendation from a Nebraska doctor, Post traveled to South Dakota and Missouri, obtaining medical cards in both states.
Emergency regulations proposed for the state medical cannabis program brought Nebraskans here to the state office building for a public comment hearing. Concerns were heard by one member of the Medical Cannabis Commission. He opened the floor for testimony but specified that he would not take any questions.
Those regulations would install more restrictions on the forms, amounts, and potency levels that medical patients are allowed to possess, a regulatory authority that has been disputed by Senator John Kavanaugh.
The commission is attempting to limit the amount, so decrease the amount someone can possess over a period of time, and change the types that people can possess. They do not have the authority to do either of those things.
As state lawmakers and regulatory bodies finalize voter-approved legislation and work through new policies, Nebraskan patients and families wait for when full access becomes a reality. Reporting for the Omaha News, I'm Rhett Yeoman.
With emergency regulations still under review, patients will have to wait until Nebraska's medical marijuana program becomes fully implemented. After the break, see how Omaha homes are selling in hours as prices continue to soar.
Then, how a new generation is building beauty careers through skill and social media savvy.
Who are a maverick? You stand ready to change the world. You are an innovator with bold ideas and a vision for the future. You are determined to turn your dreams into reality. You are a leader, committed to making a difference. With Omaha as your campus, you're at the center of it all. Here at UNO, you dare to dream, to innovate, to lead, to shape a brighter future. You are a maverick.
Create, perform, communicate. College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha's bookstore is home to more than books. The UNO bookstore accommodates all students' needs with phone and laptop repairs at the iFix UNO station or free residence hall delivery. The bookstore, located in the Millvale Student Center, is full of Maverick merchandise. Find sweatshirts for chilly Nebraska days or cozy UNO mugs for every coffee fix. Shop anytime at unobookstore.com.
Omaha's housing market is showing signs of growth this year. Experts say the key to success is with preparation. Reporter Ella Alberts has the story.
For sale signs across Omaha aren't staying up for long. Real estate agents say increased buyer demand and slightly lower interest rates are fueling a competitive market this year. While prices remain higher than historical averages, the pace of sales has improved compared to the height of the pandemic housing surge. Recent homebuyer Aurelia Lake moved to the United States within the last decade and expressed her concerns on increased home prices despite no increase in benefits.
Like when we moved over 10 years ago and we bought our first house in the United States, between what we bought at that time and the price we paid compared to now, the same house, it's like double or triple the price, and I feel like why it's like that? There is no justification for that. So.
Despite economical challenges, there are still ways to be prepared when entering the market. Realtors say that with Omaha's housing market continuing to grow, preparation and knowing your personal goals can make the difference between losing out and gaining the keys to your new home. Benjamin Smale, a 10-year Better Homes realtor, shares that the market moves quicker than expected.
You looked at it at 4:30, it will be sold at 9 p.m. That means you only have a few hours to make some very critical decisions, write a winning offer, and hope you've gotten the home. So I think a buyer does themselves a big favor to know exactly what they want before ever looking at a home.
The key steps to success within the market are saving up, boosting credit, and analyzing personal goals. I'm here live at one of the several homes up for sale here in Omaha. Home values in the Omaha metro area have more than doubled since 2012, reflecting continued growth even after the height of the pandemic housing surge.
Thanks, Ella. While the market has cooled from its pandemic peak, demand remains strong and buyers should be prepared to act quickly.
On the topic of prime real estate, the iconic home featured in the classic sitcom The Brady Bunch has officially been named a historic cultural moment in Los Angeles. The Studio City house was built in 1959 and is now protected from demolition or major changes without city approval. The property remains a pop culture landmark for generations of fans.
As the beauty industry goes digital, the traditional four-year degree is getting a makeover. Reporter Ella Meese shows how Gen Z is taking this on.
From high-end products to high-tech branding, the beauty industry is seeing a Gen Z surge by blending digital influence with technical hands-on mastery.
I explored other options like a traditional four-year college, and I just didn't think that was for me.
Students like Cece Kleitz are rewriting the standard playbook for career success.
And I wanted to do something that allowed me to be creative, and I felt passionate about hair.
Others are already proving that the trade school path pays off. I'm here at Savina Artistry and Spa, where licensed esthetician Bella Dental is turning that classroom training into a professional career.
There's nothing wrong with not going the traditional four-year college route. I mean, there's plenty of people that have been successful and are successful.
That passion led Bella to Savina Spa, where she started working even before graduating from hair school.
This industry is super competitive and oversaturated right now, and so it's kind of hard, especially if you don't have like a good portfolio or you don't have any experience.
Whether it's through hands-on hours at the salon or the endless inspiration found in a social media feed, the next generation of stylists is already shaping the future of the industry. For the Omaha News, I'm Elamise.
Local hair schools and salons report that social media literacy is becoming a top priority for new hires. It's clear for these young professionals that business of beauty is just as important as the art itself. After the break, how women's sports are inspiring the next generation.
Then the digital tools helping local musicians grow.
I never thought I'd be standing in the clouds looking down on the ancient ruins of the Incan Empire. I never thought I'd live among the street artists in Valparaiso. I never thought I'd make friends that would last a lifetime.
Adventure's out there, and as Mavericks, it's up to us to find it.
Stop thinking, start doing. Visit educationabroad.unomaha.edu.
The 13th Floor magazine is a student-run campus literary journal that features poetry, creative nonfiction, fiction, microfiction, screenplay, and visual art from UNO students, alumni, faculty, and staff. It is produced by the students in the Writers' Workshop Literary Magazine course. New issues of the magazine are published every spring with a public launch party to celebrate its release.
Welcome to this week's edition of Omaha Sports, your home for the latest headlines, highlights, and stories from the Heartland and across the country. I'm reporter Elamise, and the NFL Scouting Combine wrapped up in Indianapolis with some standout performances ahead of April's draft. Mississippi State wide receiver Brennan Thompson posted the fastest 40-yard dash of the week at 4.26 seconds. And Ohio State linebackers Sonny Styles impressed scouts with a 43.5-inch vertical, one of the best jumps at the event. With the combine ending, teams now turn back to film as draft boards begin to take shape. Omaha native Cole Payton showcased his talent at the combine this past week. The former North Dakota State Bison quarterback showcased his athleticism in Indianapolis, posting a 40-inch vertical and a 10'10" broad jump, numbers that ranked among the best at his position. Best of luck to Cole as he takes the next steps towards the NFL draft on April 26th. Professional women's volleyball is on the rise in Omaha. With growing attendance and a new digital platform,
the visibility for women's sports is expanding. Reporter Eileen Adame explains how that momentum is building on and off the court.
Professional women's volleyball is gaining serious momentum in Omaha. Teams like the Omaha Supernovas and Love Nebraska are drawing record crowds, reaching new highs. Sports reporter Anna Bellinghausen has covered and seen the growth firsthand.
More and people are, wanting to be at these games, and it's not just an afterthought anymore. I think women's sports are becoming more towards the forefront of sports in general, and the landscape's shifting that way, which has been incredible to see over the past 5 years.
The Omaha Supernovas drew in over 13,000 fans on January 10th inside the CHI Health Center, setting the highest attendance record in professional volleyball. The consistent turnout reflects the growing excitement and support of the community.
As professional teams continue to grow, the impact doesn't stop on the court. The new She Sports app is expanding that visibility by connecting athletes directly to the next generation. Athletes like Sarah Galligan are a part of this movement and helping young women keep a strong bond and continue the growth.
I wish that I had an app like that when I was younger and growing up. Sometimes you feel like everything's going wrong and you're alone, but it's so realistic that so many people are going through similar things as well.
The She Sports app serves as a digital bridge connecting professional and collegiate athletes with the younger generation who are looking for inspiration and advice across multiple sports. With the Omaha News, I'm Eileen Adame.
Supporters say the continued visibility and the impact of women's sports is helping shape the next generation of athletes in Omaha. A new season is underway for the Omaha Beef, and so is another championship pursuit. After last year's disappointing finish, the team says they're ready to take the next step. Reporter Gage Peterson has more.
The Omaha Beef celebrated back-to-back championships in both 2023 and 2024. In 2025, they made it to the championship but lost. Head coach Brandon Negrone says that his team has sights on bringing the trophy back to Omaha.
This is a team, a franchise, a city that's used to not only competing for championships but winning them. And I made a commitment to the city when I took over the team last April that we'd win one. So that's what our focus is.
I'm at the Omaha Beef training camp where the team is preparing for a new season. After last year's devastating loss in the championship, the focus is clear: build, improve, and bring home another championship to the fans. Fans of the Omaha Beef have stood by this team through championships and losses alike, including Hall of Fame fan Pat Kennison and her friend Peggy Frederick, who were there for the back-to-back championships.
It was so awesome. It was amazing because we'd been playing for how many years and hadn't won a championship, so that was it was just so much fun.
And that one in 2024 when we had Sioux City here and it came down to our kicker made a 2-point kick and won the game by 1 point. So it was amazing. It was so fun.
As the new season approaches, the expectations from the coaches, players, and fans who fill this arena is the same: to bring another championship trophy home to Omaha. Reporting for the Omaha News, I'm Gage Peterson.
The Omaha Beef began their quest to win another championship in a preseason game against the St. Joe Bucks this Saturday, March 7th. Omaha men's basketball closed out the regular season Saturday night with a 68-53 loss to the St. Thomas Tommies. The Mavericks wrap up the regular season at 15-16 overall and 8-8 in Summit League play. They will enter the Summit League Championship as the number 5 seed and will take on 4th-seeded South Dakota Coyotes Friday evening in the Sioux Falls. This will air on the Summit League Network and Midco Sports. The 8th-seeded Omaha Mavericks advanced in the Summit League Women's Basketball Championship with a 49-39 win over North Dakota yesterday. Junior Allie Stevens led the way with 17 points and 13 rebounds, recording her third career double-double as Omaha held the Fighting Hawks to just 23% shooting. After the team's opening round win, the Mavericks matched up against number 1 seeded North Dakota in a game that started at 2:30 this afternoon. UNO hopes to carry that momentum into the first round. That's your sports for this week. I'm Elamise. You can join us for our next sports update March 12th, right here on the Omaha News.
Breaking news this morning, traffic is backed up for miles.
In the noise of every day, tune into peace. Stay classical, Omaha.
There seems to be like this gathering right here of really great minds and really great ideas.
I think it's a great moment, to teach a UL student.
Being here, I get like a jump start on my journalism career.
I found a lot of people that are interested in like the same things as me.
Sort of a lifetime changing career for me and the best way it could happen.
While many farmers markets shut down during the winter, one Omaha market continues indoors. Reporter Bailey Cook shows us how vendors are staying active through colder months and preparing for spring and summer.
The Omaha Winter Market runs every Sunday from November through March inside Fowling Warehouse, bringing more than 50 local vendors and farmers together during the winter season. Fowling Warehouse owner Mark Wool says moving the market indoors makes all the difference.
Well, first of all, it's indoors. So we're avoiding the outdoor weather. It could be snowy, rainy, whatever the case is. So it's a safe place for people to come. It's climate controlled, obviously, and it's under a roof, so it makes it tolerable.
Having the winter markets at Fowling Warehouse allows vendors to sell year-round and prepare for the spring and summer season. Longtime vendor Teresa Matthews of Red Sweets Bread says customers continue to show up ready to shop and support local businesses.
People are so looking for your consumables in the winter market. There's not a lot going on, and so people are definitely here to shop. They're wanting to support local, and they're looking for these types of things that they can enjoy when they get home.
I just mean push it once, don't fill it up.
For newer vendors, Uta and Kent of Uta's Herbal Corner, the winter market looks a little different. Instead of setting up inside, they operate out of a mobile trailer just outside the patio, bringing their shop directly to customers.
It's slow, but I think then again too, a lot of people don't know that in winter you could do it this way. I mean, this is the only market that I know of now that has open in winter.
Yeah, normally it's winter, it's sleeping time.
Yeah.
For the Omaha News, I'm Bailey Cook.
Omaha Winter Market continues through March at Fowling Warehouse before vendors transition back to outdoor markets this spring.
The new 44-story Mutual of Omaha headquarters in downtown Omaha is on track to be finished in fall 2026. When complete, the 677-foot tower will surpass the First National Bank Tower to become Nebraska's tallest building. Steel framing is almost complete, exterior glass is going up, and crews are hard at work finishing the interior as the tower continues to take shape on Omaha's skyline. Omaha's music scene is evolving, and for local artists, social media is changing how they build a career. Reporter Sam Eckler shows us how musicians are navigating the digital stage.
For many independent artists, the best way to grow their career isn't on the concert stage, it's on a smartphone screen. Social media has changed how artists build fan bases, and Omaha songwriters are feeling the shift firsthand. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube have become essential tools for the indie world. Callan James, an Omaha indie artist, started his music career when he was 13. Now, 6 years later, he has amassed 25,000 followers on TikTok, performing covers and his own music live on the app.
TikTok, Instagram, even just in person too, if I can, like word of mouth is pretty powerful as well. Especially if you leave an impact with somebody, it definitely wants them to talk about you more to other people.
Building a career through the internet has provided artists like Callan opportunities to perform and share their work.
Here in Omaha, artists are turning likes into real-world success, showcasing their work, growing their audiences, and building a name for themselves outside the studio.
Before social media, independent musicians like Chris Clemenson relied heavily on live performances to grow their audiences.
You know, there was a magazine called The Reader, and there was a section in that would tell you where all of these shows were happening. And if it was a hip show and you thought these people might be into your band, you would go to that venue on those nights.
The path to success looks different now than it did over a decade ago. But across generations, Omaha artists say one thing hasn't changed. Building a career still takes dedication, passion, and a little bit of luck. From the Omaha News, I'm Sam Eckler.
Monday. See you guys.
TikTok is quickly becoming a launchpad for independent musicians. Artists like 50/50 gain massive followings through social media content, while Lil Nas X famously used the platform to accelerate his rise to stardom. Studies say many unsigned artists go viral after about a year of steady posting. That online momentum isn't limited to local talent. It's shaping the music industry worldwide. Harry Styles will release his 4th studio album, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, tomorrow, March 6th. This album marks his first project since 2022's Harry's House, and a return to pop with electronic and 80s-inspired sounds. He'll kick off a supporting world tour on May 16th in Amsterdam. I don't know about you, Joe, but I'm pretty excited to listen to this album.
I am pretty excited. Gravity won't be holding me back when I'm listening at midnight, strictly for journalistic purposes.
Of course. We'll look forward to hearing about your feedback about the album.
That's all for today. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the Omaha News.
We're excited to continue sharing meaningful stories from across the metro in the weeks ahead.
In the meantime, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at UNO, the Omaha News, or visit unomahanews.com for the latest stories.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Faded press to a full.
You are a maverick. You stand ready to change the world. You are an innovator with bold ideas and a vision for the future. You are determined to turn your dreams into reality. You are a leader committed to making a difference. Your passion for finding solutions transforms research into real-world impact. You are unique, and your voice matters. Your individuality breathes life into the community you're shaping. You are driven, always striving for excellence. Your passion, your hustle, it's not just about today. It's about opening doors to tomorrow. Every skill you sharpen, every connection you make is building the foundation for your future success. With Omaha as your campus, you're at the center of it all. Here at UNO, the possibilities are as endless as your potential. You dare to dream, to innovate, to lead, to shape a brighter future. You are a maverick.